Guys, in my last video I demonstrate how to use Summon with the latest firmware update of 2018.24.8. So within that firmware update there are additional features and updates to the Model 3 software, and also enabling some hardware feature that previously wasn't available. So I'd like to share that with you in this video. First, we have speed limit mode. So this is a new feature that limits the acceleration of the Model 3 and allows you to set a maximum speed limit between 50 miles per hour and 90 miles per hour. While your vehicle is in park, you can activate speed limit mode by tapping controls, safety and security on the touchscreen, or by tapping controls on your mobile app. You can use the same 4 digits PIN, so you can enter in any PIN 4 digits to enable it, but you need to use that same PIN to disable it. A notification is sent to your mobile phone if your vehicle approaches the set maximum speed. So this feature is definitely good for when you lend your car to, let's say, your teenager son or daughter that you know may showboat the Model 3 acceleration capacity, and also they like to speed. You can limit that ability with the Model 3. So this also is a good function. For example, if you decide to lend your friend the car, but you don't want to limit their access to the front or the trunk or the glove box, then you can use the speed limit mode instead of valet mode. So there's a variety of scenarios where you can actually put the speed limit mode to good use versus using the valet mode. Valet mode limits your acceleration. It also caps your maximum speed, as well as lock your front, trunk, and glove box. So to access speed limit mode, you go to controls, safety and security, and below you see speed limit mode. You can adjust the speed limit between 50 and 90. So let's say we want the maximum speed to be 80 miles per hour for whoever you're lending the vehicle to activate it. You just swipe right, enter in 4 numbers, and make sure you remember this because it does not ask you twice. So if you enter 40 to enable, to disable, you have to use the same 4 pin. So the second improvement to this firmware update is Autopilot. So Autopilot has been very annoying for us, especially with the warning alerts to have your hand on the steering wheel. There's been numerous occasions where we do have our hands on the steering wheel and it's still alerting us to put your hands on the steering wheel very aggressively. So now Tesla has improved that by, instead of saying hold steering wheel, is say apply light force. So you no longer have to squeeze it or jiggle the steering wheel to let them know that you're still alert and have full control of the steering wheel when Autopilot is engaged. So that's a nice upgrade, and we will test this out and we'll make another video if there's any improvement with the alerts from visual to audio, etc. Your instrument cluster now actually show adjacent vehicle, adjacent lanes. So that means prior to this, it does not have a display of vehicles in the adjacent lane. So you will only see vehicle in front of you. I believe Tesla will update this in the future to show the actual icon of the vehicle in front of you or on your adjacent lane instead of just a Model 3. Right now, it does not distinguish by icon whether it's a truck or a big rig or just a regular car. Third, you have traffic aware cruise control. So traffic aware cruise control is when you're taking a highway exit or interchange with traffic aware cruise control active, your vehicle decelerates as needed, but will not bring your car to a complete stop. While your vehicle decelerates, the blue circle around the set cruise speed limit will rotate to indicate this feature is activated. So we'll definitely test this out along with that Autopilot showing vehicle in adjacent lanes, as well as the sensitivity of the alert on the steering wheel. And we already talked about Summon. So Summon is the biggest feature within this 2018.24.8 firmware update. Check out my other videos to see how we demonstrate the usage of Summon for the Model 3. Another big feature improvement is Wi-Fi connection. So prior to this firmware update, we only were able to connect to the, internet, or to get firmware update through AT&T LTE provided by Tesla. So now with the Wi-Fi connection, if you have extremely fast internet, you can quickly download any firmware update or access, maybe for the future, web browser for the Model 3 when you're sitting around and there's Wi-Fi connection nearby. You also have cabin overheat protection now. So this function, we've seen this in the Model S and X before, and now is rolled out into the Model 3. Basically, you can set this setting to a setting of on with air conditioning, or on without air conditioning, or completely off. Once your vehicle reach a certain temperature exceeding 105 Fahrenheit, 40 degrees Celsius for up to 12 hours, it will cool your car down below that, just to protect your interior or whatever stuff you have in your car that you want to make sure it doesn't melt or it doesn't overheat, etc. Last, we have collapsible alerts. So this is non-critical alerts can automatically collapse when park assist is in use. For example, the rear ultrasonic sensor detects an object while in reverse. You can also manually collapse non-critical alerts at any time by swiping the message to the left. Prior to this, the alert won't go away. It's just going to be there until you turn off the Model 3 or you walk away from the Model 3. And then, of course, you can always expand the alert again by swiping the icon to the right. Note that critical alerts cannot be collapsed, so critical alerts still will remain on the screen, and that collapse alert automatically expand again in the next drive. Let's have it, the latest firmware 2018.24.8, and thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.